All right, welcome America to Ask a Lawyer. I have the wonderful Mayra Joli. She's my compatriota. She's also Dominican and an amazing immigration attorney here in Miami. Look at her office. We have the view of downtown Brickell.
This whole thing. We cannot disassociate what's happening in immigration and what is happening in the government and in politics.
And that's important because a lot of people they want to know how this is affecting them. And just this weekend, I got a call from a Cuban, which this didn't happen really in the past. I don't know with you. But he went to his OSUP meeting like he has for the last 7 years or so, and was just gonna go sign. And then they said, no, come, and he's detained right now.
He's detained. And
I was like, really?
Yeah.
That was news to me.
You almost don't believe it, but it's true. They are taking the Cubans from the 80s, the Maria both lives Cubans who had very bad criminal cases that at that time they either pled guilty because there was no risk of going anywhere, and in some sense it was easier for Cubans to just plead guilty and then go through the system and then get an order of removal, and then after that they're gonna be fine for years. And even judges would say, well, there's nothing to worry about because Cubans are not being removed.
Right. And
now,
okay,
there's something hits the fence.
Yeah.
Because right now they are going and they don't know if they're gonna get out when they go to report at Miramar every year, and they have to report, otherwise they're gonna be picked up. And there is worse. You don't even know which one is worse. But if you don't go, they know where you are. They're gonna pick you up. They're gonna knock on your door because they have direct orders that they have. These people that have these problems, they're gonna have to be taken out because they need to make space for the people that we're letting in, the people that we're protesting, that they have to come in. So there is not enough space for everybody. So they're gonna be cleaning up from some place. We were for too many years, two administrations. We were thinking that this was the norm. Just you commit a crime, we give you a slap in the wrist, and then you keep going your own merry way, committing another crime if you will, but no consequences will be. So that showed that it doesn't matter if you don't behave, eventually you're gonna be fine, and that is not the norm.
So under the current political administration, a few months back, they deported a Haitian client, and that was a little bit of a shock. But this Cuban one is a shock. So now this is why we're talking about this, because like she said, I'm glad you said that the political climate affects the immigration climate. So tell us about what Cubans should be thinking about. Let's say they do have a felony, or they have a drug crime in the past.
This is what Cubans should be talking about, because right now is the time for them to find out, wait a second, let me go back and have somebody review my record to see if there is a glitch, there is some place that I can either find a way to reopen these criminal proceedings, either find a way to show that my constitutional rights were violated when I pled guilty to something that I had no idea what it was. Sometimes there was not even evidence, and they pled guilty because somebody told them, just plead guilty and you get rid of it, you're gonna be just on probation for 3 years, and that's it, that's gonna be in your past. And your past is now haunting you. So now is the time to get in contact with an immigration attorney, a criminal law attorney that have an understanding that what the immigration complications are for this type of crime.
That's not always a given.
That's not always a given, because you have a criminal attorneys who said you pled guilty, you put it on your past, but then it makes it difficult, because even the criminal attorney will tell the client, oh no, it's not going to have any implications in your immigration case because you pled no contest, or you pled guilty but you never went to jail. Anything but a dismissal or no action, anything else will gonna render you in front of the immigration judge, even if you pled withholding or removal counts as a crime for immigration purposes.
So one last thing, one client came to me, and they had a drug charge from the past, and one thing I looked at was his was older, And so aggravated felonies before a certain time will not automatically disqualify you. You have to look into it. So that's one way of
because mira, there are, because look, I say mira, but look, there are legal permanent residents who were here since they were little children. Back in the 80s and even the 70s, and they had this glitch. Let's say back in before 1990, in that span of time, even if you had an aggravated felony, there is an opportunity in which you could apply for your naturalization, and you will be able to prevail because you fall into that crack in between the old and the new, and it is, you know, it's a very, you would say complicated, and not many people fall within that little bubble, but it's been proven. I mean, I have done it. So it's been proven that you can use the before and the after, and if you fall right in the middle, the naturalization service will not be able to say no, to deny your naturalization. You will fall into that category in which they have jurisdiction to approve it, in which they cannot use that one because it was year after you became a resident, and as years before you apply for naturalization. So maybe you think, no, that cannot be, but now is the time that you have to find out if you could fall into that category. And now you will be a citizen when you thought that it was going to be impossible. Also, the people who, I know that, you know, the 212C is very complicated right now, but you could fall into the 212C category.
That's a type of waiver.
It's a type of waiver, but it's very specific in which you will be able to get in. But you have to be a resident in order to be able to fall into that, and you must not have been you have to have pled guilty, not found guilty by a judge and a jury. It has to be that you pled guilty. Very, very detailed in each case that you, an immigration attorney and criminal law attorney, will have to look for it.
So the moral of the story is, come see us. Cuban adjustment, even Haitian. Anybody, if you're on OSUP, period, order of supervision, and you have a felony in the past, that's why you're on OSUP.
Yeah.
Come see us, because
don't rely on the fact that, well, I've been going every year. I don't need anybody. You do need somebody. If we go there, we take the shots ourselves. The attorney will go in front for nothing. At least you're not gonna have to do that line that goes all the way across the block. But you will have somebody speaking for you before you get there, because once you get there, all bets are off. Whoever takes your case knows that you're gonna go to the back, and from that point, it's call somebody to come and pick up your car.
You're going to Chrome.
Yeah.